And everybody needs to find their clocks. Everybody needs to find their clock. If you don't have your clock and if you don't have your video on, you need to turn your video on so Miss Stromeyer can see you, and you need to get your clock. You need to turn your video on so Miss Stromeyer can see you, and you need to get your clock, please. I've got mine right here. All right, so what we are going to do today is we're going to talk about the different kinds of clocks. And we're going to talk about, here, I'll scoot over so you guys can see my clock and see Miss Stromeyer. We're going to talk about the different kinds of clocks today. So all you need is your clock. All you need is your clock. And I'm actually not really going to show you this clock much. We are going to talk about the time that you see on the Chromebook, on the phone, on the stove, on the microwave. There are two different kinds of times. There is digital time, and there is analog time. Repeat after Miss Stromeyer. Repeat after me. Digital, analog. These are those tricky words. You can see them right here. Digital and analog. A digital clock is where we have the numbers. So we could have 9 o'clock. We could have 10:30. A digital is what you would see. Everybody should be looking at Miss Stromeyer's screen. A digital clock is what you would see with the numbers and like on the phone, on the Chromebook, on the microwave, anything like that. That's what digital means. Analog means this kind of clock. So there are two ways that you can read times. You can read them like this with the numbers. You can read them like this with the hands on the clock. Which one is harder? These times or these times? Which one is harder? The clock. Yeah, this one, the yellow clock, the analog times are a little bit harder for us to read. That's why we've been practicing them so much. So what we are going to do, you guys are gonna follow along with Miss Stromeyer with your clock. We are going to practice first. I'm gonna show you a digital time, and you're gonna have to make it on your yellow clock, on your analog clock. And then Miss Stromeyer is gonna show you a time on here, and you're gonna have to be able to read it. So we're gonna do both today. So first, everybody needs their clocks, and everybody needs to make this time. Everybody needs to make this time on their analog clock. This is the digital time. You need to make this time on your analog clock. And please pay attention to the fact that Miss Stromeyer is not reading it to you. Rory, you need to fix your hands. You have your hands opposite. The red hand points to the hour, so the red hand should be on the 11. The blue hand should be on the 30. Show me your clock when you have made this time, please. And if you're watching this video later, I want you to follow along each time and make your clock with Miss Stromeyer. I can't see everybody's. I don't see everybody's clock. Thank you. Now I see everybody's clock. Awesome job. That time is 11:30. That time is 11:30. Now I want you to make the time right here. Can you please make this time on your clock? So what you are doing is you're reading this digital time and you're matching your analog clock to it. You're reading this digital time and you're matching this analog clock to it. And I need you to show me your clock when you're ready. There we go. Awesome job, friends. This time is 5 o'clock. We're gonna do 2 more, well, maybe 3. Now I want you to show me this time on your clock, please. Read this time and show me everybody should be looking and fixing your clock to say this time. Everybody should be fixing your clock to make this time. This time is 3:30. Awesome job. Your red hand should be past the 3. Your blue hand should be on the 30. Let's go for the tricky one. I want you to make this time for me, please. Please make this time on your clock. Hudson, new time, friend. We've got a new time. I love seeing how hard you guys are working. Let me see it. Justin, can I please see your clock?
I will go ahead and do that one.
Again, thank you. Oh, someone has their microphone on. Eli, can you turn it off really quick? Thanks. Gabby Hebner, can I see your clock, please? 12:30. Awesome job. All right, last one. I have some friends that don't have their video on. If your video's not on, I can't see you. If your video is on, I can see you. I think I have, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10 friends that I can see. I don't think I can see Reese. I don't think I can see Ardani. I can't see you. So if you're trying to show Miss Strohmeyer your clock, I just can't see you. That's the only problem. All right, last time we're gonna work on today this way is, because you guys are doing pretty great. As long as everybody can show me this time, we'll start with the harder stuff. Show me this time on your clock, please. Great job. Okay, Rory, I can't read it like that. Thank you. Justin, I haven't seen your clock yet. There we go. Gabby Hebner, Castiel, Ruger, I haven't seen your clock yet. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome job. All right, so you guys are getting a pretty good hang of it. You guys just practiced 4 or 5 times and you knew all of them, which is really impressive. Now we're gonna kind of go backwards. And this is where it's gonna get tricky, and this is where I really need you to pay attention. So your hands can actually be free right now. I don't really think that you're gonna need your clock for this. Your hands can be free. I don't think that you need your clock for this. Miss Strohmeyer is gonna make a time on her clock. You are going to read the time on Miss Strohmeyer's clock. And you are gonna be able to tell me what time it is. And I'm gonna call on you and you're gonna have to tell me what time it is. So your eyes need to be on the screen and you need to be ready to go. I am making a time. I'm gonna give everybody a chance to read this time. Give me a thumb when you know what this time is. I can see everybody except for Reese and Ardani. I still can't see you. Give me a thumb when you know this time. Justin, turn on your microphone and tell me this time.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Justin, thank you so much for saying o'clock. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Now, does it make sense to say 10:30 o'clock? No, but when it's at the top of the hour, usually we say 10 o'clock. Awesome job. Thanks, Justin. All right, here's your next one. What time is on this clock? Give me a thumb when you know. Give me a thumb when you know. Dylan, what time is on this clock?
1:30.
1:30. Thank you so much, Dylan. I thought I was going to trick Dylan up, but I didn't. Look, it is a little bit past the 1, so we know that the hour is 1, and we know that the minutes are 30. Dylan, thank you so much for starting that tricky one for us. All right, who can read? Hang on. Give me a thumb when you know this time. Give me a thumb when you know this time. If you're watching this video later, you just need to read this time in your brain. Tiana, what is this time?
4:30.
4:30. Give yourself a big pat on the back if you agreed with Tiana that it was 4:30. What is this time? Thank you so much, Tiana and Justin and Dylan, for already volunteering to share and for sharing correctly. I really appreciate you guys. What is this time? Gabby Hebner, what is this time?
I think it's 30 o'clock.
It is not 30 o'clock. Is that a time? Is that a time that makes sense? Nope, but I really appreciate you trying, Gabby Hebner. What time is this? Give me a thumb when you know. What time is this? Give me a thumb when you know. Gabby Rogers, what time is this?
Six o'clock.
Yes, friend, it is 6 o'clock, and I'm going to explain, Gabby Hebner, so pay attention how this is 6 o'clock. The red hand is on the 6, so we know that the hour is 6. The blue hand is on the 60, which means we have all of the minutes in the hour, so it is 6 o'clock. Awesome job, Drayvon. I am so glad that you are here with us today. Who can read this time for me? Gabby Hebner, I'm going to give you another shot, so I need you to pay attention. Eli, what's this time? Eli, do you know this time? Eli. I don't know if you can hear me. Eli, what's this time?
Three o'clock.
3 o'clock. Thank you so much, Eli. Give yourself a big pat on the back if you agree with Eli. Awesome job, Eli.
Let's do the
What is this time?
Want to see it on my paper?
What is this time? Eli, turn your microphone back off. Thanks, friend. What is this time? Ruger, what's this time?
9 o'clock. 9:30.
Thank you so much for fixing that, Ruger. Awesome job. It is 9:30. All right, I still need to hear from a few of you. I'm going to ask Reese and Rory and Castiel and Drayvon a question. So make sure that if I just called your name, you're ready for Ms. Strohmeyer to ask you a question. What is this time? Remember, this one's a tricky one. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready for the tricky one. Who is ready for the tricky one? Castiel, I'd love to hear from you. Castiel, what is this time?
It is 12 o'clock.
It is 12 o'clock. Thank you, friend. You've got that right. Castiel knows his times. What about this time? Reese, do you know what this time is?
8:30.
8:30. Thank you so much, Reese. this one, everybody's eyes should be on the screen. Everybody should be reading each time. Rory, what's this time?
$7.
7 o'clock. Thank you so much, Rory. I've still got a few more of you to go. Everybody should be practicing. What's this time? What is this time? Drayvon, what's this time, friend?
Piece on fighting copper paper. Rewrite
30.
Piece on copy paper.
10:30.
10:30, Drayvon. You are on it today. So glad you joined. And hang on, let me see who I'm missing. I think I'm missing Ardani. And then a Gabby Hebner. I'm gonna ask you there's Ardani. And then I'm gonna ask Gabby Hebner another question. But you need to be trying this one. Everybody needs to be trying it. Let me see your eyeballs. Let me see your eyeballs. Ardani, what's this time?
$11.
11 o'clock. Thank you so much, Ardani. And then Gabby Hebner. Last one. Gabby Hebner, what time do you see on this clock?
2:30.
2:30. And oh my goodness, I actually forgot Emma. Emma, are you ready? Emma, what time is on this clock? Everybody else, be checking, be looking.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. And oh my goodness, I actually forgot Hudson. Hudson, are you ready? Hudson, what time is on this clock?
11:30.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Can you say it a little louder? Yes, 11:30. Thank you so much, Hudson. All right, you guys did awesome. You guys can read it and you can make it. Last thing, show me 6:30 on your clock. Show me 6:30 on your clock. Everybody show me 6:30. Last one. Show me 6:30. Show me 6:30. Show me 6:30 on your clock. Can't see everybody. Can't see everybody. Show me 6:30 on your clock. Castiel, 5:30. Castiel, you have 5:30. Can you turn it into 6:30? Yes, sir. Awesome job. I love how you did it. Nope. Keep going, Castiel. Yep. 6:30. Yes, friends, this is what, oh my goodness, I have to go around a lot of times to get 6:30. So it's 6 o'clock here. We need 30 more minutes and it is 6:30 here. Awesome job. Give yourself a big pat on the back for that today. Oh my goodness. Today you are going to play tic-tac-toe with someone at your house. Miss Strohmeyer made you a tic-tac-toe board. So when you play tic-tac-toe, what you are going to have to do is you have a tic-tac-toe board, and in order for you to mark your spot, you have to make this time on your yellow clock. Then you can mark your spot as long as you can make it. Miss Strohmeyer has cards in here for you too to match to those times if you can, if those times are on there. You also have one page to work on today. There is a time on the digital clock and you have to write on this clock the analog time. So make sure that when you do this, you pay attention to your short hand and your long hand. Your hands should not be the same size, okay? Your short hand and your long hand should not be the same size when you're working on this page. And then the last thing, if you want to do it for fun, if you want to play tic-tac-toe regular or tic-tac-toe time, I gave you a blank tic-tac-toe board. My advice to you is to use like goldfish or pasta or a cracker or something like that to mark your spot so that you can use these boards multiple times. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Awesome job.